Congratulations on your new website, and welcome to our video on an introduction to your new website. Because we serve a variety of customers ranging from municipalities to small businesses to nonprofits, the goal of this website introductory video is to simply provide you with the basics of your new website and include information for you on where to find or request support. How your website functions may differ slightly from what you're seeing in this video. However, if you'd like to know how to specifically use your website, please schedule a personalized WordPress training session at the link found below. So let's get started. We have a sample site up here that we're going to be using for this, which is a little bit of a gibberish URL, but it works. So the very first thing, obviously, that you need to do with your website is learn how to log in. So what you're going to do here is going to navigate to your website. This link will be provided to you by the technician that's been working on your website and or your project manager. But once you're on your website and you're viewing it, what you're going to do here is go up to the URL of your site, and you're just going to type in slash WordPress, so WP, and that's WordPress, it's just you're going to use the acronym for it, WP-admin. And that will bring up your login screen. Now from here, you will be provided with the credentials via secure message from one of our technicians. You're going to go ahead and enter this in at this time. However, if you did lose that information, or if you're not sure what it is, or you lost your password, whatever the case may be, don't hesitate to reach out to us, or you can try these lost password steps. So what you'll do is you'll just click lost password here. You'll fill in your email address and or username, and you'll click get new password, and that's how you can reset your password. But let's go back to the login, and we'll go ahead and do that now. All right, so we're going to let that load. All right, so now that that's loaded, you will be met with the WordPress dashboard. That's what this screen is called here. And of course, if I go back to my main site, once you're logged in, you will see this WordPress toolbar at the top of your site as well now. Of course, that's only for you because you're logged in. But I'm going to go back to the dashboard now here because there's a few things that I want to show you on this page. The very first thing is, and it's probably the most important block that's on this dashboard page, is the CourseVector news. Now this might look a little different if you're a municipality of ours. I might say municipality news or PSAB web design news, something along those lines. But this is the block that you will be looking for. And the reason why this block is so important is because we will be updating or making updates or announcements here because you'll be working, because you're a hosting client of ours. So this is one of our ways of pushing out announcements and important information. If you see anything new here, please take the 5 to 10 minutes to read it. It's usually very important. As you can see, we haven't made this video is being recorded in January of 2023, and we haven't made any very important announcements between now and February, but we have this here just in case we do need to reach out to you for any important information. But what also is important with this block is these 3 links that are on the bottom here. Our help documentation, our help videos, and of course our get help. The help videos, I will show this here. We'll bring you to this page, and there's of course a ton of WordPress videos on how to use WordPress to further show you some of the things that I will be showing you today in this video. And then on top of that, there's also the Get Help, which will pull up our support request page of our website. And this is where you can actually submit a support ticket in for our technicians to help you with whatever you may need. Now, this WordPress dashboard, you can move things around here. So if there's some information, I'm just clicking and dragging. So if there's information here that you don't really care too much about, you can move things around if you want. All right, so let's jump right in though to the actual content of your website. And what you're seeing here on the left-hand side. So on the left-hand side, there's, of course, the WordPress menu here, and there is a lot of different options here, ranging from plugins to appearance, templates, Elementor, forms, you name it. What you'll be working mostly in is going to be posts and pages, and those are going to be the actual pages of your content, or the pages of your website. Now, there's a difference between those. Your website might not even use posts. But the difference between a post and a page, again, these are the pages on your site, is that posts are, at the basics, Posts are more for timely content that is regularly updated, such as a blog, announcements, or news. While pages, on the other hand, are going to be your static content. So maybe your about page or your contact page, or even your obviously your home page of your website. So that's the difference between these two. And then of course the posts also are displayed on your website in a chronological format. So the newest post will always be displayed at the top, and then so on and then the oldest at the bottom, so on and so forth. Versus pages, these are going to be displayed in a menu system, which we will touch on here again here in a little bit on this video. But let's go ahead and jump into this website. I'm going to go ahead and view the front page just so you can see what this looks like. And of course, for example, if I clicked on this would take me to a post. And then of course, we're on our home page of our website, and this is a page that you're seeing here. So that's the difference between those two. How you actually add new posts and pages, I'm not going to go into because I'm going to reference that help videos link here, and you can learn about those via the posts and pages links here on this. And then of course, using the WordPress editor, which is a block editor, you can learn about that by clicking here as well. So that'll help you make any changes that you need to do on your posts or pages of your site. Now, the next thing that I want to show you here on the left-hand side is going to be the forms. These forms, most every single site has a form, whether it be a general contact form or maybe you have a whole list of them. It really depends on your site. But this is really important, and I want to show you two things on this page, and then I'm going to move on because, again, I'm going to reference that video tutorials page. There's some video tutorials on Gravity forms as well, so you can click on those and learn some more there. But I'm going to jump back to the site and go back to forms. And I'm going to jump into entries. So if I go to forms and then entries, now I'm on the general contact form. There isn't any here yet, but if somebody had filled that form in on my website, I'd be able to view them here. And this will display the list of all of them since the beginning of your website, unless of course you delete them. And you can change the form entries that you're viewing by hitting this little caret button and then selecting the form. Now granted, there's only one form on this website, so that's all you're seeing here. And then the last thing that I want to show you with the forms, because this is also important, if you click on forms here, again, we can see the different forms that are on our site. But if I hover over top of this general contact, I can change my settings on here, specifically my notification settings, and then my admin notifications. So if I edit that, what this does is it changes who I'm sending this. So when someone fills out this general contact form on the site, this is the email that it will get sent to. So for example, if I wanted to change it to support@CourseVector.com, I could do that. I would change that email address in here and then hit update notification. And you can list multiple emails here just by separating them by commas and listing multiple email addresses out. So that's it with forms. I'm going to leave here because I don't want to save anything. And then this next thing that I'm going to be discussing with you is going to be what we specifically have built for the municipalities that we work with. So if you're a small business listening, you can skip ahead maybe about 30 seconds or so. Because we work with many municipalities, we have built a custom plugin called Functional Gov for WordPress. And what that plugin does is it allows you to manage the publication of your documents, such as meeting minutes and agendas, and also allows you to post some public alerts to your site. So just show a little small banner at the top of your website, which I'll show you what that looks like here because that is important information. So the very first thing is the public alert, and I want to show you that. This is a simple on and off toggle. So if this is checked off and you have a notification message in here and you hit save, it will display. If it's unchecked, there's information in here and you hit save, it will not display. So it's as simple. If this is on, it's on. And if it's off, it's off. And of course, you do have a little bit of styling options here. And then you have some advanced settings here, which you can read about a little bit more. But that's how to use the public alert. So I'll go back to our dashboard. And then, of course, the documents. Again, I'm not going to go into that, but there is a link on our website that'll show you how to use that Functional Gov web plugin, which is right here. There's even a video on how to use that as well. Which I will include in the link in the description here of this video or link down below. So you can reference that as well if you need to. All right, and then the last thing that I want to show you as far as actually there's two more things. The second to last thing that I want to show you is the users of your site. So if on this left-hand side, again, I'm back in the dashboard. If I go to users, I have all of our users listed here. Now, granted, this is just a sample site, so it's just us that's on this right now. But if I wanted to add an additional user, I could do so. And it's highly suggested that if you have multiple people working on your website, to actually have them all have their own individual users. And the reason for that being is security measures. It allows you to track who's changed what, and then also allows you to tie down some of their capabilities as far as what they're able to do, because you can set what's called a user role. And in WordPress, there are predefined roles with different capabilities, and that's outlined on the WordPress.org website. I will include that link. That link is actually right here. But this goes over what the roles can do and what the built-in roles are. So when you're adding a new user, you can learn how to do that and then set the role specific accordingly. And again, if you want to know how to add a new user, you can reference that video tutorials tab. I'm going to go back up to the top, and there is a video on how to add a new user on this page as well. All right, so let's jump back. And the last thing that I want to show you is a couple things that you do not need to be worrying about too much, specifically if you have the hosting package with us that includes WordPress management. What that includes is we will actually take care of all of the updates that you have on your website. And when I say updates, I don't mean changing content on your website. We do have an update plan for that. So if you'd like to take advantage of that, we actually offer a 25% discount on all of our labor rates with an update plan. But as far as our managed updates, when it comes to WordPress, as far as that hosting package goes, we take care of more so the software updates on your website. And what that includes is we take care of the plugin updates, and we take care of the theme updates and things like that, and make sure that your website is secure and sound, and with the most updated plugins and technology that you can have on your website there. So as far as these updates go, if you do happen to run across them, you don't have to worry about doing that. They're notorious. They tend to be notorious for breaking WordPress websites. That's how WordPress works. It's just kind of one of those things. So you can leave those to us. We'll take care of those for you. And yes, the plugins that are on your site. Just a quick brief overview of what a plugin is. Kind of like your smartphone has a app, for a calendar, for example. Maybe there's a plugin for a calendar for WordPress, and that's how WordPress works. So there's like security plugins, form plugins, which is what you saw me using here, and Elementor, which is going to be your templating plugin that's used on your site that helps design your site. And again, those templates and Elementor and everything are found here. So you're more than welcome to change those or to get into those if you'd like. But again, those are some things that you might want to stay away from on your website. So I think that covers just about everything as far as the basics on your website goes. Again, as previously mentioned, if you'd like to know how to specifically use your website, you can always schedule a personalized WordPress training session with us. Again, that link is going to be found below. And then lastly, to top things off, we hope that you enjoy your new website. And should you ever need assistance with your website, SEO, database programming, payment solutions, or even if you'd like to consult with us just to see if there's any web-based technologies that can help your business or organization or municipality for that matter, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We're always here for you as your trusted web partner. It's in our logo as being your strategic web partner, and that rings 100% true as far as who we'd like to be as a company to you. And of course, we wanted to thank you for your patronage, and please consider leaving us a review found at the link below as well.